Boo, wake up. Are you gonna keep slacking? Okay? I'm very disappointed in you. Okay, well, don't lie. You don't need to be scared or whatever. But you know I raised you. I raised you to be the witch that you are today. And, well, I haven't been stalking you or whatever, but I've been taking some notes on your recent actions, and I do believe we need to discuss them to make sure that I can make you a better witch. I mean, I hate to bother you, you know, right during the holidays, but that's a part of my problem, actually. I'll get into it. You need to sit down. Well, you're already laying down. Seems correct. We need to talk about this, okay? I met you when you were young and sprightly, and I was young and sprightly. My skin was tighter 2 facelifts ago, and you had just left the clutches of Catholicism, and you wanted to know what it was like. And I took you in, and I gave you my tarot cards, and I gave you my silk scarves, and I gave you everything you needed. And now here you are, slacking off. So we need to discuss, not because I'm mad at you, but because I love you. Number 1, where are your tarot cards? Oh, they're on your desk. You see, I've already done a full swipe of this house and I could not find them. They're under your bed. They're under your bed. I see. Now, why in the world are they under your bed? Listen to me. They can't hurt you, okay? I know that sometimes they tell you very bad things, but sometimes bad things happen. The cards aren't trying to doom you. They're trying to have you watch out for things. And sometimes the cards are a little dramatic. Sometimes they'll be like, a terrible fate will befall you soon. And it's like a parking ticket. You know? You don't need to get all... It can be hard sometimes, you know, especially if you're like me and you're, you know, already struggling with all the thoughts. But, you know, they're just trying to help you out. You need to remember the spirits that you work with are trying to help you out, because I did not teach you to tap in to negative energy. We'll get there. Negative energy, actually, we'll get there. But I didn't teach you that, okay? So if you're not working with negative spirits, if you aren't bringing all that in, you're not going to get all that in. And if you feel like you are getting that in, that's when you call me and I can help you out, okay? Number 1. Number 2, let's get into the negative. Did you place a hex on your ex? Answer honestly. Did you or did you not? You know I know the truth. How many times do I have to tell you? You only hex really, really bad people. Or people that really piss you... No, really, really, really bad people, okay? We're talking like people who are irredeemable. People who we are worried are going to hurt others if they are allowed to go out in the world. Not washing the dishes is not an irredeemable trait. We all do it sometimes more than others. Okay? You can't do that. Listen. Remember the person that your friend was with was really bad, okay? Remember what they did, okay? That person deserves to be hexed. And you know what? He's probably gonna wake up to 10,000 traffic tickets tomorrow morning now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe we can do a little more for him later. But you know what? That was bad, okay? That person's bad, but your ex, they were perfectly fine from what I remember. You may not like them anymore, but that doesn't mean you get to hex them, okay? That's a different level. And those are dark spirits you're working with and dark magic. And let me tell you something right now. I didn't teach you to get into dark spirits. I didn't teach you to get into dark magic. You're not ready for it. If you're interested in it, well, you need a lot longer, okay? You need to work on all your shadows and all sorts of other things. And even then, I wouldn't recommend it. So you're not going to be doing anything like that, okay? Unless if you want me to come in here and sweep this place of anything magical left. All right? Yeah, I already made myself coffee. Don't worry. You don't need to give me anything. Number 2. Well, actually, why don't we go on to this? What the hell is this? Shoot for the moon. Oh, so now we're just going to buy into anything consumerist culture sells us because we're witches. We have to buy this shit with the moon on it. Whatever happened to going to our local artisanal fair and supporting fellow witches in their craft? Oh, what? That's $3 and this was $3? I mean, I get it, but come on. Let's try a little bit harder. Where the fuck were we? Okay, listen. Well, let's go into that, actually. I've also been noticing you buying into several consumerist traits, okay? I'm not trying to be rude, but if you're ready to be a part of a religion that is rooted in the sanctity of the earth, maybe you shouldn't be, I don't know, getting a Dollar Tree haul of like plastic pumpkins. No offense. But if you're interested in a pumpkin, you could, I don't know, go to like the grocery store or even your local orchard. That's like way better. If you can get to the orchard and like picking out a pumpkin, like a real one. You know what I mean? Listen, I know that all the Halloween stuff is fun. Obviously it's fun. They sell it to us. They sell it to people like us. They want us to scoop all that shit up. But you have to remember that's an attack on you. Well, it's an attack on everyone, really. But it's especially an attack on you. They are exploiting your nature while simultaneously oppressing us as a group. Remember that? Okay, so don't buy into it. Even though it's hard, okay? And I know those Pillsbury cookies with the ghosts on them are really good. And maybe you can have a couple. But don't get a bunch of plastic stuff, okay? It's garbage. Get a real pumpkin. Have you gotten your real pumpkin yet? And therein lies another problem. We need a real pumpkin. What's that about? I've seen you interacting in a lot of consumerist traits to fill the void recently. And may I remind you why you became a witch? So you had other bullshit to fill the void. Hello? That's why we all do it. You go home when you're depressed, so you put a bunch of shit in a pot and you hope it makes you feel better. And it usually does. That's why you do it. Well, that's really, I'm jumping the spirits when I say shit like that. I'm not saying it's shit, but you know what I'm saying. You put all that stuff in because you're feeling bad. You need something to make you feel better. So you make a motivation potion, or you make a self-love potion, or, you know, you make a candle, and then you light the candle. That's really cool. Those are using natural things from the earth that are actually grounding. And it's a long, tedious process that actually makes your brain work a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? And that is so much more rewarding to yourself, even beyond the spiritual realm. It's more rewarding to yourself, to your whole being. And as you build those pathways in your brain, as you heal those pathways in your brain, that is how you're going to be more easily connected to all of your spirit guides. You know I taught you this. Yes, okay? So next time you feel your fingers itching to go, look for Victorian bodices on eBay, remember, you have plenty of wax to be melted into candles and plenty of dried flowers you can put in a pot, okay? Do that first. I guess maybe you're not very addicted to Victorian bodices. Maybe that's just me. Anyways, this leads us to our next point. I've been talking a bit about the holiday season that is coming up. Perhaps the most important time for us, mainly because it's the time that people like us the best. All the other times they tend to get pretty pissed off. Like when we remind them that Christmas trees come from paganism, and then they get mad. And then you're like, why are you celebrating a bunny? It's Easter. And they get mad. And then you're like, 4th of July, I don't give a shit. And they get mad. But Halloween is a time when we are revered, okay? So, step it up. Pumpkin out front, check. Pumpkin in the kitchen, check. Real ones. Pumpkin at work, maybe, if you can. Pumpkin everywhere. Number 1. Number 2, where are your spells? Where's the real shit? Where's the preparation? I have not seen you do one single spell. The full moon is 8 days away, and I have seen no preparation from you. In fact, I haven't seen any full moon rituals in a couple months from you. That's very concerning for me. I mean, really. Full moon on October, and you haven't even thought about it? What have you been thinking about it? Oh, you've been thinking. She's been thinking about it. She's been thinking about it. That's what I've heard. Listen. I'm gonna need you to, I want you to do, tomorrow night, I want you to do a spell for the harvest, okay? I want you to get into the tunes of what's going on, okay? Those apples, they're on the leaves. Okay, the sunflower's already dying. That's how far behind you are. Have you even been to an apple orchard this year? Oh my god. Once more, I didn't even see you at Renaissance Festival this year. I mean, that's not really related to witchcraft. We all just tend to go, so I was a little concerned. Okay. What was the other thing? Speaking of other things that you're using to fill the void, I saw you watching YouTube subliminals. Look into my eye. Do you think I'm a joke? We're witches. We do spells. We don't listen to sped up voices in a little. You think that's a substitute for a real spell? You think that's gonna have any bit of the effectiveness of a real spell? Listen, I'm not saying you're a bad person if you like that kind of stuff. I do think that there are some things that subliminal things can help you with. That being said, I swear to God, half of those are AI now, so you got to be careful, okay? You don't want a robot getting into your brain. That's messed up. That's why it's better to do your own spells, because you know exactly what goes into them. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna do something like that, you better make sure you know every single thing they put in that, okay? And you read that whole description to make sure that they don't say that there's AI making it, because I swear to God, it's in some of them. Gotta make sure, okay? Make sure it's from someone you know that you trust and you know every single thing going into it, okay? Okay. And you don't need to listen to them for 10 hours either. That's overkill. Okay. I mean, think about it. Have you ever done a spell for 10 hours? I have. You haven't. No offense. Spells you do for 10 hours, that's the kind of shit that brings shit back from the dead. Okay? That's a powerful spell. So if you're listening to affirmations for 10 hours on a loop, that's too much for your body to handle. You don't need all that. Okay? This goes to my next point. I see that you've recently taken up an affinity for Diet Coke. Now why? Why on earth would you do such a thing? Don't you understand that you're supposed to drink artisanal tea? Diet Coke? That's like, if we are a group of people that worship nature, that's gotta be the furthest way you could get away from that. That's messed up. That's messed up. And you know what? If you really want it, then you can put it into a mug and make it look like coffee. But you didn't hear that from me. Now, lastly, this all leads to my final point, which is that I think you're seriously lacking in some self-care here, and also self-control, but that's neither here nor there. I feel that perhaps you've been rather sad, and it's drawn you away from your studies, and drawn you towards more easier compulsory pleasures. I understand that it's a hard time and a hard life and a hard world, but I raised you to be a witch, and a good witch, okay? I want you to do good things, I want you to help the world, and most importantly, well, maybe not most importantly, but most importantly for you, I want you to help yourself. I don't like seeing you like this. I feel like you're very sad and unmotivated, but I promise you that getting back into the craft will help you, help your mood, help your soul, help everything, you know, help the world. Now, in my bag, I brought some things. Number one, you this balm. It's like artisanal, something I bought from craft fair. I don't know. It's made by a local witch. It's just like it's just a balm. It's got like, you know, herbs in it. Just rub it on yourself. It's got some magic in it. Hopefully it'll make you feel better, okay? I also got some crystals from my personal collection because I felt like you could use them right now. This is an amethyst. I picked this one for you because you can wear it on a pendant and have it close to you. So every time you look in the mirror, you can remember why you're doing what you're doing. I love amethyst, and amethyst is always, you know, it's the calm stone, but I think it's, I don't know, I think it's calmer than, it's stronger than, the calm is sort of a passive emotion. I think it's a very strong emotion, and that's really why I like this one. It's a little, you can see it's kind of like a little tree growing out of it. You know, when you're calm, that grounds everything, okay? This is gonna ground you, alright? Leave that there. And another thing. I'll leave it down here. I have a quarter, that's cool. Got one more for you. This one will be perfect for Halloween. You can see it's a navy blue, like the night sky, you know. I'm hoping it will inspire your studies. You know, we had a very fun, you know, spring season. Everything sprung, everything was really fun and beautiful, and we were all beautiful Stevie Nicks witches, and that was really cool. But it's time to be dark once more. And well, I was hoping you wouldn't have to come to this, but I can tell that you're still unsure. What do you think this is? Yes, it's a pendant. Listen, I don't want to have to hypnotize you. Oh, but you look so excited. I know being hypnotized is very relaxing. I will never hypnotize someone against their will, but I will offer it to you if you feel like it could help you relax and perhaps encourage your studies. Yes? Okay. Alright. Look at me. And now, look at the pendant. Now it's going to go back and forth, while you pay attention to the sound of my voice, and you look at the pendant that goes back and forth. And while you look at this pendant and you listen to the sound of my voice, you will feel so calm. You will feel a wave of calm wash over you, and you will have sudden clarity about your studies of witchcraft. You will remember how good it feels to be a witch, how good it feels to do your practices, to do your studies, to do spells, how much that makes you feel joy, how much that makes you feel fulfilled, and how much that helps not only you, but the entirety of the world, and how much witches inspire the entirety of the world. Back and forth, listening to the sound of my voice as you get more and more relaxed. I'm glad that you could meet with me today. I'm glad I could see you. Don't worry, I'm never mad, just mildly disappointed and slightly peeved. But I know that you are strong, and if I didn't know that, I wouldn't come here today and try so hard. And with that, I will let you go back into your slumber. Just go back and forth,